Welcome to the Three-Legged Podcast.
Yes. That fucking picture you sent me,
It look
I was
real?
about to post it on I was about to post it on Instagram, bro. That shit look real. Did you Photoshop that?
Yeah, I was tripping. Yeah, let's fucking start
Uh,
recording. I was tripping because we're doing that challenge, right?
hmm
Between Eli, John, Erica, Lena, Howell, and myself to see who can lose the most fat between now and December. Of course, John is having the strict diet or whatnot. So I've been going to the gym. He's been kind of doing cardio in the mornings. So we're kind of serious about this. I won this $300. So I saw that app on Instagram and I downloaded it and I messed with it and I was like, oh shit. So then I sent him that picture and it's like, no se puede puta. Like, what the hell? What are you doing, man? So he thought it was real and I was like, I'm just dieting, bro. He said, man, that's not fair. And then Eli chimed in and he's like, oh hell no. And then he did a picture, which here, I'm gonna send it to you. Ah, shit. It was funny. So he had showed Lena the picture, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's working out so hard." And I was like, "Nah, that's not what it is. It's Photoshop."
oh
Hold up.
man. Well, while you sent me that picture, I guess we should say hello to our listeners. What up, triple chimbos?
Triple chimbos and
All
all the
five of you guys.
mariquissimas. Oh, well, yeah, it was funny, but then again, it kind of lets puts um mental pictures. Like, hey, look, if you get into it, it can look like that one day. One day, but it's a lot of work.
I feel like Andy now, bro. Just walk around like this.
With your chest out.
Mm-mm-mm. My chest out, shoulders up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Jiu-jitsu gets you fit, bro.
Yeah, I'm hard to join.
So I guess what we gonna do? Let's do a three-legged AKC. Hey, welcome everybody. Three-legged AKC episode.
Oh, hey,
We don't know
KC.
what we're gonna record today, so we're just gonna say AKC. Fuck it,
Fuck it.
off the cuff. Since so we're talking about lifting weights and working out, and the UFC two, the UFC just passed here in Texas. Might as well just talk about fights, even though you didn't watch shit. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just gonna do all the talking. You just agree, maybe Google some shit.
No, I know one of my friends was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Steven Lopez. Him
Shout
and
outs to Steven Lopez.
a couple of guys. They all went to Turner. So, I mean, I know who they are, but I didn't know them personally. I know Lawrence did.
Yeah, yeah. You
They
know
were
of all
out
of
there.
them.
They were out
Cool.
there.
So yeah, last weekend we did the last podcast was about the fights. Well, it was a little bit about Logan Paul and KSI, but then we also did the we talked about the fights here in Texas. What was it? 228 UFC 228. So we talked about that, and honestly, dude, I can't remember what we talked about in that podcast, but I can tell you, I didn't get to watch the fights.
You didn't watch the fights?
No, man, I wasn't. I knew I wasn't gonna order them because there wasn't really much hype around them, right? So I figured, oh, maybe I can go to Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters, Twin Peaks, and watch the fights there, get something to eat. It's been so rainy, man, and so wet over here in Texas that like nobody wants to do anything. So Saturday comes around. Um, I party hard on Friday, so I got home about 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday. So Saturday, woke up kind of late, had to take Genevieve to work, and then oh, his looks really photoshopped.
Right, but you see the screenshot that I sent you. He has sent a picture to his cousin, and his cousin either she's trolling or she's really believing that that's his six pack. Cause she's
A
like, oh,
six
you
pack
need
with
to
those
be my
big ass
trainer.
titties. A six packs with the big ass titties. Anyways, so yeah, I had a lot to do on Saturday. So I hit up a friend of mine. He wanted me to go watch him play soccer. He wanted me actually to go back and play soccer with him. And I was like, nah, this and that. And I was like, tell you what time are you playing? It was 8 o'clock, and I said, cool. How about I go watch you play soccer, and then from there we go hit up the bar, Austin Avenue. Remember that place that we went to go drink that we got fucked up at, where they were serving us the good chivas
The last one that we went to,
with Javala and Gina. You remember?
Saul and Gina.
Anyways,
No, I don't.
uh, some bar right down the street. Anyway, they show
Oh
the
yeah,
fights.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Where they took a picture of
so he
AD.
was like, yeah, he was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I get home, I'm about to jump in the shower, and I'm like, because I'm remodeling, so I'm like unloading some stuff from Home Depot that I went to go buy. And then I'm about to go jump in the shower, and Gina goes, "Hey, Anna and Cody are coming." And I'm like,
Oh
"Okay, cool." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." I haven't seen them in a while. Like,
yeah,
I didn't know they were coming. Like, I had talked to Cody earlier in the day, and he said something about, "I'll hit you up later. We'll come by." But it was kind of like
maybe
we hadn't talked about it or
right.
nothing. Like, yeah, it was all right, whatever. So we didn't plan on it. So I was like, all right, cool. Then they're gonna be with their friends. They're not coming over. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, he made it seem like they had plans. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're just passing by to say hi.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll just hang out for a little bit, and then I'll take a shower and then head out. Hell no, bro. I completely forgot about the fights. We started talking. We started drinking. I got some Old Camp whiskey.
Mhm.
If you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk, have you heard about that?
I was listening to her this morning.
Yeah, so they're talking about they're drinking this good whiskey. It's called Old Camp whiskey. So my ass, because I'm a follower, I guess, I looked it
When you
up.
got it,
It's a four, it's a $14 bottle of whiskey. So I went and bought one just to see what the fuck's up because they said it was good. Man, lie, it's pretty good on the rocks.
especially for that price.
Yeah, for that price, it's really good. So Cody and I start drinking it just on the rocks. We're trying to act sophisticated with like, you know, cubes of cubes of ice and shit on the whiskey cups and fucking sitting there in the chimney talking shit and drinking while the girls are talking about I don't know makeup or something. And I completely forgot about the fights, bro. And it wasn't about till like 8 o'clock that I remembered the fights. And I guess you can see it in my face because
Mhm.
Gina's like, "What's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong with you?" And I was like, I looked at her and I was like, I completely forgot to record the prelims and the pay-per-views on right now. And that fucking threw her over the top. She's like, I'm
What
fucking
the
tired
fuck?
of you and your fucking MMA, this and that. And Cody's like, Cody and Nathan just looked at me and I'm like, I didn't say I want to watch them. I just said I forgot about it. I'm like, what do you want to watch? Let's order a movie. So we go and order a movie on demand or some shit.
Yeah.
And then as we're watching the movie, I'm like on my phone keeping up with the fights. I can't watch them, but I can like, keep up with the fights. Andy's texting me, "Are you watching?" And I'm like, "No." Send me a link, and he sent me like 6 links, and none of them work on my phone. Not that I was trying to download anything for free. I was just trying
Right.
to get up to date information on the fights, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping up with the fights. All of a sudden, I see the main event hasn't started yet, and I'm just like, dude, I look like a crackhead at rehab. I'm
Trying
scratching. I'm like,
to.
I'm
You
sitting in
having
that little chair I
withdrawals.
had in the corner. I'm sitting at the chair and I'm like fidgeting. I'm all over the place. I'm like scratching my head. I'm like constantly on my phone. I'm trying to get updates on the fight because I knew it was going to start. And then all of a sudden on Instagram, I see Blue posted a little video of her at the fights at the American Airlines Center. So I quickly turn around and like send her a text and say, and I just say live stream on IG. All I said, live stream on IG. And 2 minutes later, I get a notification saying, there's a live stream.
Right.
So I go to Instagram and I'm sitting on my phone, go watching a movie with the whole family, and she just happened to put it. She just started streaming at the perfect fucking time. She started streaming in the second round, right when Tyron Willie knocks Darren Till on his ass. I can't hear shit because I got the volume all the way down. And either way, if I could, all I'm gonna hear is the people around her
Right.
yelling,
Screaming
right?
and
Screaming. So all I'm doing is putting the volume down, watching it on the phone. On my other phone, I'm taking a picture of it and sending it to Andy, talking about I figured it out. So I got to watch the main event finish on Instagram live stream. Thanks to my buddy Blue. Blue, I love you if you're listening. I know you don't listen to this shit, but if you listen, appreciate it. Love you. Wanted to have you on the episode today to talk about it, but I forgot to text you. Sorry. But yeah, dude. So I don't know if it was one of the most exciting pay-per-views I've seen because I didn't pay for it and because I couldn't watch it, and then I ended up watching it on someone's live stream on Instagram. But I kind of felt awkward because I'm like, if I was there watching the event and someone texted me talking about live stream, I'll be like, fuck you. I'm trying to enjoy this shit. I'm not trying to hold my phone and record for you while I'm watching.
trying to
So I
enjoy the
kind of
moment. Right.
I'm trying to enjoy the moment, right? So I felt awkward when I said, hey, can you live stream? And I didn't expect a response. All of a sudden, I see the live stream. I'm like, thanks. I was the only one watching too on her channel, and then her battery died. But
Oh
luckily, it died.
man. Right
Luckily, it
after.
died right when they were gonna do the interview. It died.
Okay.
And so later, she was texting me talking about, I'm sorry, the phone died, and I'm like, no, you're good. I appreciate it more than anything. Like that's more than I expected. I wasn't even thinking I was gonna be able to watch the main event. And she's like, I can't believe you're not watching. I'm like, I'm sorry. Kind of didn't plan for it because I'm a little depressed, bro. I'm a little depressed. I'm new. I feel like a crackhead.
You were
No one else
fiending
really
for your
cares about.
fight.
No one else cares about these fucking fights except me. Not even Andy. He's not even on the fucking episode today. Fuck you, Andy. Little fucking Mexican Samoan wannabe looking motherfucker. That's just what I
But
express my anger
on your
towards.
picks, you guys didn't have Tyrone winning,
Mm,
from what I recall.
honestly, I don't remember. I think I did have Tyron Woodley. Not, yeah, black people call him Tyrone. I forgot. I call him Tyron Woodley. Mr. Woodley. He deserves respect. Mr. Woodley. Honestly, I don't remember. Good. I'm not gonna lie. I do not remember who had winning the fight. I want to say I had Tyron Woodley winning because I don't remember. I remember me not liking Darren Till for the way he expressed himself, and honestly, I don't believe that Darren Till should have been, you know, fighting for a championship belt. He didn't earn it, in my opinion. He didn't earn it. He missed weight the prior fight, and so even though he won, he missed weight. He shouldn't have got a title shot, but it's the money era, and that's what the UFC is gonna need to do to fucking make billions. So it is what it is. But Tyron Woodley won, and it was really impressive to see him knock this motherfucker on the ground. And Jonas and I, we've been doing jujitsu for what, like 6 months now?
6
5
already?
months?
Because you guys started like in the summer, right?
Yeah, we started like no, maybe not 6 months. I'm a little exaggerate.
Maybe like 3 months.
5 months. We've been doing it for 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months. Somewhere around there. Anyways, it feels like 6 because you get your ass whooped every time you go in there. But so Jonas comes around the corner and I'm watching it on the phone, and the whole time they're on the ground, dude, they're like, Tyron Willie's just pretty much dominating on the ground. So I'm like flagging Jonas down quietly, trying to show him my phone. He's watching, he's checking it out, and then he wins by submission. And Jonas and I are just like kind of like looking at each other and just kind of nodding and shit. So that's pretty cool. Um, and then they gave him his black belt, and so I'm like, check it out, he got his black belt. And Jonas is like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, he got his black belt, this and that. You know, he's kind of into it right now. I don't know. He's kind of hard to tell. He looks like he's into it. He looks like he's not into it. It's hard to fucking tell. But I'm telling you, bro, that shit is fun. Like, you should go join the jiu-jitsu class. Well, maybe it's fun for me because I found like the perfect gym to go join. You know, like it's
Because
like
you
a
kind
bunch
of
of
like
perfect.
know the guy, and it is.
Well, I know the instructor, and everybody in the class is kind of like professionals, like have careers or they're students. They're not looking to make careers out of jiu-jitsu or compete high level.
Right.
So everyone's really laid back. So yeah, some of them know some shit, and if you really push them, they'll put a they'll put a hurting on you. There's a police officer there. I think I pissed him off and he tried to break my nose. Um, there's a teacher there.
He tried to break your
There's
nose.
yeah, he was stupid, bro.
He like
Hope he listens
crossing.
to this shit. He fucking dropped an elbow on my face twice. I don't know how you
What?
do that. Yeah, and then after my nose started bleeding, I made him stop because I felt my nose bleeding,
Yeah.
and then he started apologizing, and then he said the most ridiculous shit ever.
What he said? Stop acting like a little
He
bitch.
said, "No, I wish he would have said that. That would have been worth it. That would have been worth it." But he said something about um, he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good." Just a little nosebleed, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. You know, if if you step it up, I gotta step it up. You know." Um, what did he say? He said the statement talking about. Uh, I felt like I started feeling like I was in jeopardy.
Get the fuck.
I'm like,
Jeopardy
bitch,
of what? You
you're a
in
fucking
the
police
streets?
officer with a fucking purple belt or some shit, blue belt or yeah, purple belt. I said, what the fuck you in jeopardy for? You know? I was like, nah, man, it's all good, man. Don't be fucking. I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna clean up real quick because my nose is bleeding all over the place.
Yeah. Right. Oh man.
I'm like, well, fuck, dude, we're not fucking trying to kill each other here. It's not like I'm gonna fucking choke you out and maybe he has PTSD. He's a police
Yeah.
officer. And I was like, all right, whatever. But that motherfucker got some. He got a good ground game, like submissions. If he can get you in a submission quick, he's good. If you can get away from a submission, then I don't say he struggles, but you can use your. I can use my size against him a little bit, just a tad, not too much, just a tad.
How big is he?
Oh, he's little, but he used to be big, bro. From what I hear, he's about my height, so he used to be about my size, but now he's about a buck 50.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's little, but he's really slick on the ground, like with his submissions.
the
He's
slippery.
quick to put yeah, he's slippery. He's quick to put you like in some kind of lock or some choke you out really quick. But dude, we're having a lot of fun with jiu-jitsu right now. I mean, I don't know why more people don't do it. It's I don't know. It's fun. It's fucking fun, bro. It's a fucking hell of a workout.
I mean, I
Even
think
if you're not
sometimes
trying.
people just go also like cost base, and I mean the dojo you're going, it's not like a big brand, is it?
Nah, no, no,
Yeah,
no, bro.
and
It's low
so
key.
that thing that also makes a difference because like around here, all I see is the Gracie Bar or ground dwellers
Yeah.
gyms, but most of the like no names, so they're charging a lot, and two, you have most of these kids that are trying to do MMA, so they're just kind of like in a way I
Yeah.
see it's their job, but then it for a person like you and I that are not trying to go professional, kind of takes the fun out of going to the place.
Yeah. That is true, man, because that is a big problem at a lot of gyms is one is very like you said, it's very expensive. When I was trying to put Jonas alone, when he showed a little bit of interest before like last year when we looked at it at a great I don't remember it was Gracie not a Gracie Academy Gracie something uh they're they're part of the great Gracie a cousin of the Gracies something I don't remember but they were Gracies for real but they were just far down the tree and it was about just for Jonas alone was like 150 a month with the contract
Yeah, so no
for a
matter
year.
what, you gotta pay.
For a year, yeah. So you sign that contract, you got to pay no matter if my kid decides in 3 months he doesn't like it anymore. I got to pay for that fucking year or 6 months or whatever the fucking contract was. But at the end of the day, that's still a shitload of money. I'm paying 150 right now just for Jonas and myself.
Right.
So and I enjoy it.
Yeah, but that's 150 for two people, not just
Hmm.
one.
And at the end of the day, bro, I don't even know how good my jiu-jitsu is or will be because I probably never go compete and I'll probably never go to another gym to practice. So I'm just sweating my ass off. It's just a good ass workout.
Yeah. You 22-inch guns?
22-inch guns, bro. I'm pushing motherfuckers off me. It's like motherfuckers trying to take my ass and I'm like pushing them away, you know what I'm saying? All day long. But it's just fun, bro. I mean, I get it. I get it why people get addicted to that shit. It's hard. You fucking gotta think a lot. You gotta use all types of fucking muscles that you didn't even know you had. Gotta use ass cheeks and shit. Anything, almost anything goes, man. Like if you can think of it, as long as you're not jabbing someone in the eyes or fucking sticking your fingers in their mouth, headbutting them, kicking them the balls, it pretty much goes, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, you said they were charging for the weigh-ins to watch them,
I don't
or
I don't know. That's what I was asking Andy. Like I figured we're not gonna be able to go to the fights. We know they're here. I didn't. You know what's funny is I didn't get an email about events for the fights until Friday afternoon when I sent that picture.
hmm.
And so, man, I don't. Maybe I'm on the wrong channels. I don't know, but I didn't get anything like prior UFC events here in DFW. Like, I'm constantly getting emails and notifications of different events going on around, the DFW area with different fighters or, the weigh-ins or something. And this time, all I got was that one notification about the American Airlines Center having fighters on Saturday morning signing autographs. But that's it. That's the only thing I got. And we tried to go to that, but we didn't get a chance. It got too late. It was been raining all week, man. And after haircuts and everything, and we went to go eat, Jonas and I, um, it was just about 3 o'clock, and we were all dirty from getting haircuts and everything. And it was like, man, by the time we get to downtown from Plano, it's gonna take forever finding parking. It's gonna be packed. We'll be there for 30 minutes, and we'll probably be standing in a line. So we didn't
Yeah.
go. Jonas wanted to go see. Jonas is funny. He looked at all the names and he's like, "I want to go see Cowboy Cerrone." I was like, "You know who Cowboy Cerrone is?" He goes, "Yeah, he wears the cowboy hat. He, he drinks beer, Cowboy Cerrone." And I'm like, "Cool." And he was a little upset that we didn't get to go. He's like, "I wanted to go see Cowboy," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, don't worry, we'll go. They'll be
Makes
back.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back next year. They'll probably be back in the summer. They they've been coming every. I'm telling you, I believe they came back to back in the same year or late last year and then now this year. So they got a good market here in DFW, man. But I didn't get it, man, because I heard a lot of shit talking in interviews about the main event that a lot of people were going against Tyron Woodley. That a lot of people were there for Darren Till. But I mean, again, I wasn't there and I didn't watch the pay per view event, but I did get to see the live stream. And later, I went back and watched the recording of what she posted because she put it on her feed,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to see it with volume. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got to listen to it with volume. And the whole recording that I listened to, everyone around where she was sitting was chanting USA, USA, because Darren Till is from England, so I'm pretty sure there was a lot of English people there. But I don't understand how, because even later I talked to someone on Monday about on Tuesday, I'm sorry, on Tuesday about the fights, and they were telling me how um they heard that it was all about Darren Till, and that's fucked up because he's from England and they weren't supporting the American fighter. And I was like, I don't know if that's true. I mean, all I heard was USA, USA. But I will say, I mean, English people travel well. I mean, I think Americans are the only ones that don't go support their home. Besides football, they don't support their home team.
It's because Tyrone was wearing Nikes, so
He might have been wearing some Nikes, bro. I'm not gonna
everybody
put that
else
past him.
just flip on them because colonizers don't wear Nikes; they wear New Balances. So I can see how that works, one.
No, but I don't. I think there was. I think that was the UFC. The way the UFC promoted the fight. I think it made it seem like more people were going for Darren Till, but in real life, I don't. I think it was even, and I'm happy that Darren Till lost. One, I thought it was too soon. Two, I don't think he deserves it. And three, fuck, let the champion be the champ, man. Let him do his thing. Fuck it.
So Tyrone was defending the belt.
Oh yeah, he defended the belt. Yeah, he was defending the belt. So you know, against some kid that shouldn't have been in there. So fuck it, let him win the belt, man. I think it was good. I think it was good for the sport to see him win. You know, he's not my favorite person, but he is a really good fighter. He's not entertaining to me the way other fighters are. Like for example, I mean, I guess it's weird because GSP to me is not entertaining either, but I love to watch him fight. You know, Conor McGregor is entertaining on and off.
The
The
octagon.
the octagon. So it's a little bit different. Something about Tyron Willie um, doesn't make me hate him or like him. Neutral about him. But I can acknowledge that he's a good fighter.
He's gonna give you a good fight.
I wouldn't say a good fight, but I know he's gonna go out there to win. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. Maybe a good fight is not the right word. Entertaining. He's not gonna give you the most entertaining fight there is to watch, but you can acknowledge and appreciate him going out there to win. Does that make sense?
He's not gonna just. I mean, has most of his fights been by knockout or submission or point base?
Okay, let me put it to you this way. What is the number one complaint people have about Mayweather?
He's pretty much all defense, but I mean, if you don't know boxing, it just looks like he's running around the whole time.
It looks like he's running around the whole time. The
Right.
fight's boring, right? Okay, so with Tyron Woodley, his fights don't look boring, but they are very technical. So if you're not very familiar with MMA, some of the fights may look very boring because he's using a lot of defense. The same way Mayweather looks a little boring or looks like he's running away because he's using a lot of defense. Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the best way I can describe it. But Mayweather and Tyron Woodley are two different things. I would love to watch Tyron Woodley fights all day versus Mayweather fights. Maybe I'm just being biased there.
I mean, to see Mayweather fight too is like you really have to be a fan of his to really appreciate it, though, or a
Yeah,
real fan.
only the Mayweather dick writers are fucking praising Mayweather and
Yeah.
talking about the 50-0 and the defense and shit. Yeah, he has some defense and shit, but I don't know. I guess I'm a Mayweather hater. I'm still not impressed to a certain extent. I'm still not impressed, but you know what? He has more money than I do, and he's been in the game a lot longer. So fuck it, let him do his thing, man. It ain't stopping me from living. So, but that's a good transition to talk about boxing. So, last episode we talked about how Canelo Triple G was just around the corner and there was no hype around it. And now it's a couple of days away, 4 days away, and there's still no hype around it. Like I've seen like a couple of commercials for it on cable for the pay-per-view. And I know I don't have HBO, so maybe I'm missing the 24/7, but you would think there would be a lot more hype around it. Even on Instagram, there's barely been anything about Triple G and Canelo. I've seen a couple things, but nothing major. Nothing. Like, have you heard anybody talking
I
about
seen
it?
a
I mean, I
couple of like
know.
fan videos, and it was mostly going against Canelo. How I guess the last fight he was kind of fighting like Mayweather, just running away. That I mean, again, this is just the clips that they put on, so that's what it makes it seem like. Because I didn't, of course, I didn't watch the fight,
Of
and
course. Why do you have to say like that? Of course, I didn't watch
of
the
course,
fight.
because I wasn't gonna pay
You
for it.
make you sound like such a bitch. Of
I
course,
wasn't
I didn't
gonna
watch
pay
the
for
fight.
it, so I catch it on the flip side. Now, I think also there's no I don't see that much propaganda just because again they know it's a fight that's gonna be already sold. Mexicans support Canelo all the way, so they know they're gonna get that kind of money, and everybody else is putting money on Triple G. So it's not like, and both of these guys are not really in it for the money like you will see a Mayweather fight. It's all about promotion because it's trying to make the most money out of every single fight.
I mean, I honestly think that the outcome of the last fight is hurting the influence of this next fight. I think even for Canelo fans, him getting a draw really put a bad taste in their mouth. Like, I get a lot of shit because sometimes I go up against, I go against the Mexican fighters. Like when it comes to Pacquiao, Pacquiao was in
Prime.
his heyday, I would talk about how Pacquiao was gonna win, and people used to get mad at me because he was fighting a Mexican fighter. Last, last Canelo Triple G fight, I got a lot of shit because I honestly believe that Triple G was gonna beat him, and I got a lot of shit for saying that, and then I got a lot of shit for saying that he did win, even though it was counted a draw. But I mean, listen to anybody that knows something more than I do, and they're going to tell you it was a clear win for Triple G. So I think a lot of boxing fans, even Canelo boxing fans, acknowledge that he lost. And I think the other thing that is affecting this fight, I honestly think that the Canelo Triple G fight is doing the same thing that the UFC is doing with the Conor McGregor uh, Khabib fight. Is there was so much bad publicity around the fight that they're not trying to put any advertisement dollars around the next fight because they figure they'll make enough money with just the true fans. And if they put any money around the advertising, it's going to highlight the negative stuff that happened around the fights. So, for example, if they put more money into the Canelo Triple G advertisement for this next fight, they're going to put a highlights to the previous fight, which he shouldn't have won. They're going to put highlights on how he got caught with a substance, and then he tried to say it was the fucking Mexican meat that he was eating, Mexican beef that he was eating that was causing him to have steroids in his system. So I think that that's the reason that they're not advertising this fight, because the more that they shine the light on it, the more people have the opportunity to say, well, yeah, but he shouldn't have won the first fight. But yeah, he's a cheater. He's been taking steroids. So who gives a fuck, right? Kind of same thing with the McGregor Khabib fight. Like there hasn't been any advertisement for that fight, man. Like barely. Like they barely talked about it during the pay per views or the last UFC events. You know, they haven't done any press conference. Nope, I haven't seen a single commercial for it. Like straight out dope commercial. Like trying to hype it up.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I think that's their way of trying to say, hey, we know that the buildup around this fight started because of something negative. So we're not gonna shine light on it so that way no one else talks about it. Does that make sense what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. But again, it's like those guys. They already have their fan base, so it's like it's no. I mean, in a way, I see that they might even just lose money if they advertise too much on it, just like you're saying.
I
You
think
know,
so. Yeah, like you might lose money by advertising. You're right.
and the
I think
amount
the
of money
fan.
you got to put in for billboards and commercials and all that. I mean, think about it. Let's just say if the first time the fight happened, it was 75% true fans and 25% just people coming because of the hype. That's 25% that you might not have on the next fight, and those 25% that you were making is going to go in the negative dollars because you pay for the advertisement. So,
or you might lose some of the percentage of the fans that would watch it just because people start talking about the negative aspects and they say, you know what, fuck this fight. Fuck these motherfuckers. They got enough money. I don't need to watch some fucking lying ass fucking red-headed Mexican talking about he got steroids because he's eating Mexican beef. Fuck him. He should have lost the first fight anyways. Fuck this motherfucker. I ain't gonna watch this fight. Or they go around and say, fuck Connor. He doesn't even know how to act. Why am I gonna spend money on a pay-per-view when he doesn't even know how to fucking... He comes to America and he acts a fucking fool, and then he makes a mockery of our justice system by just getting off on probation or whatever the fuck he got off on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but see, that's people that think like you because they're I guess they're more, I would say, Americanized. Because you know the true Mexican fans, they're gonna ride or die for their people, no matter what. Just kind of like the Mexican soccer team. Even if they lose,
Yeah,
it's gonna be packed, no matter what. And even when the team loses, and you know it was the player's fault, they go after the coach
that's
because
true.
9 times out of 10, the coach is not even from Mexico.
That's true.
So I mean, true Mexican fans, they ride or die, no matter what. I mean, Canelo could be on whatever. It's still a lie to them. It's like, no, he's the best. I'm gonna
It's
go
like
support.
Dallas. It's like Dallas Cowboy fans.
Right.
Every year they're gonna go. Every year they're gonna be NFL champs, even though they can't. Even though they haven't won a preseason game and they lost their first game. So embarrassing.
uh, so you know the money's there.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think the money's there. I mean, I think you're right. They don't need to hype it up, but it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Like you got some of the biggest names in boxing, you got some of the biggest names in UFC fighting, and there's actually negative stuff around those fights. And if you really think about it, we really shouldn't be supporting them, but
they might need to drop the prices on the tickets to sell out because
nah, I think the Conor McGregor fight's already sold out, and I'm pretty sure the Triple G Canelo fight is sold out. What they need to do is drop the prices on that fucking pay-per-view because I'm gonna have to go fucking illegally stream it because I can't afford that shit, bro.
allegedly.
Too many pay-per-views in 1 month.
So but them motherfuckers will. We'll see.
Oh well, it is what it is, man. Those money machines are gonna keep on making money while we still keep on dumping money into them.
All right. Who
So
else?
to recap this episode, UFC 228 ended up being a really damn good show, damn good event. A lot of knockouts and submissions. Women's fights were great. We did lose the Native American because she couldn't make weight. I guess she was eating too much corn.
She was
She couldn't make
eating Indian bread. That
Indian
shit's
bread
good
and
too.
cornbread. Too much cornbread, bro. She couldn't make weight, and she got stripped of her belt. So we'll see what happens with that vacant belt.
So there was no
Andy's
fight.
girl, and no, they just
God,
canceled that fight. Andy's girlfriend got her ass knocked the fuck out. If you know who I'm talking about,
because he didn't watch it.
because he didn't. No, he was watching it, bro.
Oh, he brought the bad juju.
He brought the bad juju. Do you remember her name? I don't remember her name, bro.
I don't either.
I just know he says she's his wifey. That motherfucker's a hoe. He has all kinds
He
of
has too many
wifeys.
wifeys.
Too many wifeys, bro. Man, none of them want his fucking little ass.
He's what you call it, charity event kid. Make a Wish Foundation.
Make a Wish Foundation. Yeah, you're right. That's what he is.
We call it STC Dallas. But no, who else? So what about have you? I mean, this is not fight related, but it's sports related. Have you been?
Carolina, I can't say her name. Carolina got knocked the fuck out.
Have you been keeping up with the Women's World Cup?
Did it start already? I thought it was starting next year.
No, I think it's almost over. If not, it's already over.
No, you're talking about the under 21.
Is that under 21? I thought it
Yeah.
was the regular women's.
Nah,
I
bro.
mean,
You
I
talking
knew
about the under
USA
21?
was in the finals or going to the finals.
Oh, you gonna make me Google some shit now, bro. I
Google
could
that
have
shit.
sworn. Could have sworn that was under 21.
So Diego Maradona is going to become a coach for a Mexican team.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's kind of crazy because
He's already
one,
done though. He's like,
I mean, it's not like they're gonna make him run.
yeah, but I just
Yeah, bro. I don't know. You need to get your shit straight. FIFA Women's World Cup is in France in 2019, June 7th through July 7th. So,
so this is under 21.
yeah, I think this the one you're talking about is under 21. You're talking about in France, right?
I think
They're
that's where
playing
they're
in
playing.
France.
I just know there's women's soccer players all over the place right now.
Bro, you just saw women and you just started watching. You didn't even fucking pay attention to what the fuck they were doing.
They're playing soccer. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, where's that? Where's the 2018 women's soccer game sticker book?
You're gonna try to turn it into a gender war.
Right. No.
Yeah, bro. I don't think they're gonna be selling any sticker books for the 2019 Women's World Cup.
Oh man,
I
messed
I,
up.
I doubt it. I sorry. Nothing against women, but I just don't think they're gonna sell many of those because uh, women's sports don't. I think they should have a more of an impact on, like more people should be watching it. I honestly believe that women's soccer is a lot more entertaining than men's soccer. But
I
yeah,
think the
there's not.
WNBA gives the best stigma to women's sports.
Why? Because they all look like men.
No, it's just the WNBA games are not exciting. They're kind of boring, and there's maybe like only like one girl who can dunk. So mostly it's just shooters and
Nah,
back and
man.
forward. So it's like,
Those
eh,
women, those women NBA players are some big bitches, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
they can't dunk though. So
I
that's just
don't
the
know.
thing. It's not they're not as aggressive. So everybody says, nah, we're not watching this.
Creepy, but women's soccer is more very aggressive. Those
Right.
bitches be going at it, and they don't be fucking sitting on the. They don't be doing no Neymars rolling all the way to KFC, crying. You know what I'm saying?
We're all the way to Brazil.
Shit, those bitches take some hits and they give some hits, man. They handle their shit. I don't know. I don't know if you've been watching, man. I've played against women. Women are vicious, man. I think women take advantage of the sex card. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yes, yes, of course.
When I played soccer with women, they were vicious, bro. They just be fucking. They'll throw elbows. They'll hit you in the balls. But as soon as you touch them, dude, they fly halfway across the field and then they fucking raise their arms like, I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? You just gave me the balls.
They take away all the frustration on you, dog.
Like, yeah. I mean, I don't mind if a female takes her frustration out of my balls as long as she gives me a little kisser here and there. You know what I'm saying? But shit, not that way.
No,
Not the way they've been doing it. It's a little aggressive. I don't like that shit. I like to make love, bro.
make love, not war.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, that was a good recap. I mean, I didn't get to watch the fight, so I really can't recap you on shit. I just know who won based on looking at the website, and I did see the main event finish on Instagram live stream thanks to Blue. Blue, shout out to you. And I know Triple G and Canelo are going to fight this weekend, and no one's talking about it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to order that pay per view. I just don't know, man. I don't know. I got to look at the price, but I heard a rumor that's going to be like $85,
$85.
and I don't know if that's worth it.
Shit, is that gonna be on a 3-day weekend?
No, bro. 3 day. There's no 3 day weekend coming up. What's wrong with you?
That's what I'm saying. So I can go to Dallas and we can go to Twin Peaks.
I invited you here for the 3-day weekend, and you just ignored my invites. You didn't even say nothing.
No, we ended up not.
Yeah, you ended up going out of town or something with your
No, I
friends.
didn't.
Oh,
I
see?
didn't go out of town. My cousin came into town. I didn't even
Oh,
know.
your cousin came in town. My bad, my
Yeah,
bad, my bad.
from Virginia. So,
I'm gonna let you slide on that one.
yeah. Yeah, buddy.
But
So,
yeah, let's see what happens with Triple G, Canelo, and then let's see if we get any advertisement on the McGregor Khabib fight. That's gonna be interesting if we do get press conference. I'm anxious to see how they act. You know they're gonna fucking. You remember? No, you were too young. You're probably too young. But you probably remember hearing the hype about it? The Lennox Lewis Mike Tyson fight. How Mike Tyson was talking about I'm gonna eat your children and shit, and people were outraged because he's like, I'm gonna eat your children.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So those press conference, they had so much security in the ring the day of the fight. They built a human wall across the ring, like a diagonally from corner to corner. They built a human wall, and the referee was standing in the middle with a human wall in front of him, and the fighters had to meet in the center of the ring, but they weren't. They had the human wall in front of them, so that way they wouldn't fight prior to the bell ringing.
Right.
And then the fight started, and it was a shit show because Mike Tyson got knocked the fuck out. Like, it was like ridiculous. Like, what the fuck was this? All the hype around this shit. It wasn't even worth the money. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen with Khabib McGregor, and I hope it doesn't happen with Triple G Canelo because we already had that with Triple G Canelo, and it's just gonna hurt boxing more if it turns out into a shit show. And I apologize to the boxing community because I haven't been able to keep up with boxing, man. I've been too in depth with MMA. You know, we just had like some good fights happen this last weekend. I didn't even get to watch them, so I apologize. I feel bad for boxing, man. Like a little hole in my heart where I've been missing, like little something's missing. I think it's boxing. I need to go back to boxing, but we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, I think both fights they have to either have a knockout or you got to see some blood somewhere just to
Yeah, you
make
got
it
to
worth
get
it.
something. Something has to happen and bring this shit back because we're gonna get really annoyed with this shit.
Yep.
Too much dicking around, man. Too much dicking around. They're asking for too much money from us to not give us some good entertainment. So that's
Yeah.
why people don't pay for porn anymore, man.
You cannot keep a fight, PC. We got to get that out the door. So I know you paying for
You
a
want
blood
the
sport.
X-rated shit.
Right, you're playing for a blood sport, so you got to, see what it is.
You want that. You want that giant dildo like you picture you sent me earlier.
Man,
Shit
that
was
shit was
huge.
crazy.
I think that was fake, bro. Fake news.
I don't know, man. I mean, right now,
Nah.
if they don't give you that kind of show, it's like you watching a porn with a guy wearing a condom. It's just not it. I mean, like, really, that's just not.
A guy
That's
wearing a
an
condom. That was
educational
your
video.
comparison. A guy wearing a condom. All right,
It's
bro.
like no, I'm paying to go see something dirty. It's like you cannot be following the rules in this kind of movies. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying for this. But let's go.
No ass to mouth. I get you, bro. No ass to
Yeah.
mouth. All right, Mariquísima. Well, it was fun listening to your voice. Haven't heard you in forever. Ah, Mariquísima.
Mariquísima.
All right, well, where can people share or find this episode or talk about us, talk shit, send us messages, tell us how bad we sound.
Man, at least we gotta get that from the people. I mean, all these 12 listeners that we have, at least give us some feedback or tell your friend, hey, listen to this
Don't
dumb motherfuckers.
if you know me and you listen to, don't send me a text. At least give me the decency to send me something on the Three Legged Podcast on Instagram or Twitter or where else?
Well, you can
Educate. What?
if you
Get
just
them woke.
go
Get them woke.
hit the follow on the Three-Legged Podcast on Instagram. That's the number Three-Legged Podcast on Instagram. You can follow the link to our lip sync website. See all the episodes there. If you run with an iPhone, just like 90% of the population do, not naming any names around here, you can just go to the podcast app, and we are also there. Download the episodes, hit notifications, and every time we post something, it will be there. And just, follow the Instagram page. There's a little bit for everybody. Also, if you enjoy beer, follow Texas Brew Hopper, and, get you some inside knowledge on the brews.
Yeah, and you know what? You're a Spotify fucker. Go to Spotify, Three Legged Podcast. Someone this weekend said, "Oh, I tried to find you on Spotify." I'm like, "Really, bitch? Give me your phone." Boom, right there. Here you go. You can start listening right now. Don't fucking with me. I'll put it on your ass. It's right there. Just type Three Legged Podcast. You know English? You know how to spell it? If you don't, we'll figure it out, bitch. Find it.
Yeah. Just all right. Give us follows. That way we can make it up to title. So if you're a title user, that way we can make it to a platform. You don't have to fuck with Apple or Spotify. We'll be on your title streaming as well. But you gotta help us get up there.
Yeah, that's a true statement, bro. Support
Yeah.
support the small business, support the independently owned, operated podcasters, and support the men, support the good men in this world that support women. Right?
Damn right.
We support women's MMA. We support women's soccer. We support women making our food and washing our clothes. We support all women. All right, bitch.
All right. Well,
That was awkward. I don't know why we're supporting so many women, but
yeah.
share
Like a
it.
podcast. Share it. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a hoe.
Tell a hoe. All right, bitches. Out.
Later.
Bye.